All right, it's a 1 p.m. game. This is Tennessee at Buffalo. Mariota with a little fire down the stretch, but Buffalo, not a lot of fire. Who are you guys picking?
I'm picking the Tennessee Titans. I think defensively they're one of the best in the league right now. They're tough. They play great red zone defense right now. They've taken on that Mike Vrabel attitude, that tough attitude type of play. I like what I'm seeing in Tennessee.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans. Two up-front defensive players. Jarrell Casey's playing well. Harold Landry coming off the edge. Those type of impact players, they're going to make a difference. Tennessee wins.
1 p.m. game. This is Miami at Cincinnati. Cincy. Tell you what, Andy Dalton, that was gutsy down the stretch. They get another win here.
This is a surprise football team right now. When not only, we look at Andy Dalton and what he's doing, but you look at John Ross, the young guy who's starting to become a factor. Tyler Boyd, the other wide receiver, becoming a factor. And defensively, they play steady defense. They're going to be in every single game. I like Cincinnati.
Strong offensively, Cincinnati. I agree. I'm going to take the Bengals also. I think the Dolphins got exposed with a lot of their true problems that they have offensively when they were in Foxborough last week. The Bengals will take advantage of it again.
Little 1 p.m.er here. This is inside the division. Baltimore against the Cleveland Browns. Little AFC North showdown. These teams both could be pretty good.
Yeah,
who do you like?
I like this. This is a great matchup. I like the Browns in this game. I'm taking them. My heart is back.
Yeah.
I got my heart back. I'm going with the Browns. It's about Myles Garrett and that defense getting after Joe Flacco. I think this is going to be the upset of the week.
I think the Ravens see the Browns as a legitimate threat. When their defensive coordinator, Wick Martindale, is talking about Baker Mayfield like Brett Favre or Hall of Fame type of players, it's real. It's going to motivate that defense. I'm taking the Ravens. They'll be ready to go. This upset won't happen.
And Baker Mayfield was tough last week on the road, playing it against Gruden. And those Raiders don't stink by any means, so see if he can do it again. The 1 p.m. divisional showdown here. Green Bay at Detroit. Good offenses, good quarterbacks. What do you think?
I think it's not going to be about the quarterback and Aaron Rodgers. The Packers win this game based off their running game. They have to run the ball steadily at the Detroit Lions. You just watched the Lions this past week against the Cowboys. They gave up a ton of yards on the ground. They'll continue to give up a ton of yards.
Now, I'm waiting for Matthew Stafford to break out, to have one of those games like there's our quarterback, 350 yards plus, that type of game. I think this is going to be the game because he and Golden Tate have that relationship. I think Stafford is going to start getting used to this. New coach, Matt Patricia. He has Jim Bob Cooter still. I think eventually he has a big game. It's going to be this week. I'll take the Lions.
Oh, that's bold right there. I like it. A-Rod's starting to get a little healthy, too. All of a sudden, those legs are starting to come back. He's on the Lions. Jacksonville at Kansas City. For my money, this is the game of the week right here. Number one scoring offense, number one scoring defense. Who gets the day?
I like the Jags in this game. On the road, I think that defense will travel. And not only that, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Defensively, they can't stop the run. The Jags, even without Leonard Fournette, will continue to pound the ball, make this a half-court game, slow this game down, and they'll win with the defense in the fourth quarter.
There's going to be a lot of fast breaks.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of fast breaks in Kansas City. Yes,
wow.
And I do respect the Jacksonville Jaguar defense, but I don't know how you can keep up with all of these receivers in terms of the creativity that Andy Reid brings. It's going to be shifts, motions, smoke and mirrors, and all of a sudden Tyreek Hill or Kareem Hunt down your throat. So I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs here.
This is at least the second test, too, for Mahomes, because going 2 mile high on Monday Night Football, it's not easy. Got that one. See if we can get another one. Another 1 o'clock game. This is Denver at the New York Jets. Interesting. Denver going to need a win coming off that Mahomes comeback. Did they do it?
No. And you're going to see a lot of Von Miller this week. So if you're Sam Darnold, you better eat your Wheaties this week. I think Von Miller's going to have some get back after last week's performance. This Denver team will travel. I think they win this football game.
The running game's going to travel also. I think the Broncos ran the ball really well last week. Some sway action in terms of the backfield, getting that fullback, Royce Freeman, Lindsey, those type of players. I'm going to like the Broncos in this one.
There's no way Denver loses that game. I mean, first of all, he's running wide open for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
The flea flicker was wide open. The block was set up.
Yeah.
Denver should have won the game. They did it.
Coulda, woulda.
Atlanta at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll call this one a must-win for both teams. Who does get the win?
I'm liking Pittsburgh in this, and I think they figure out their problems as far as the rhythm between AB and Ben Roethlisberger. They get back on track. James Conner has another big game. I like Pittsburgh in this one.
You don't like that Falcon offense?
I like the offense. I don't like the defense.
I don't like the Steeler defense either. It's like whichever one we don't like. I like the Falcon offense better. I'll say that in terms of Matt Ryan being able to score more points than Ben Roethlisberger. Love what I see from the youngster Calvin Ridley. Watch out for Sanu. Maybe he'll break out. Freeman playing, back. high-powered offense. I'm going to go with the better one in Atlanta.
Best receiving core in the NFL in Atlanta, guarantee?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. I don't know who else to go with, to be honest. There you go. We'll see what happens. The New York Giants are desperate. They need a dub. New York Giants have the Carolina Panthers this week. Are they able to get one in New York?
I don't think so. I think the Carolina Panthers are going to come to play. They're just coming off the bye week. They'll be rested. They'll be ready for this Giants football team. And can the Giants protect Eli Manning? That's going to be the big question mark.
Can Eli Manning have enough courage to stay in the pocket and trust that Odell Beckham Jr. is going to be open down the field? I still don't think he can. I mean, I think the Carolina Panthers are going to win this football game. The problems offensively will continue for the New York Giants.
The Oakland Raiders against the Los Angeles Chargers. Phillip Rivers, this is the whole thing about Carr said he didn't want to have as many kids as Phillip. This is the kid bowl. Who wins it?
I like the Los Angeles Chargers. I think Phillip Rivers is right. I think he's a guy right now that's getting on rhythm. I think this wide receiving core that they have around him, led by Keenan Allen, they're going to find big ways to get down the field and win this football game.
I like the Chargers also. I think people forget about Melvin Gordon. I mean, every time I watch him, it's like, man, he is getting 5 yards a pop. He's getting a reception out of the backfield, very skilled. All the Kansas City Chiefs offense and all these creative offenses in Los Angeles, but the Chargers have one in themselves, and Melvin Gordon, he'll be the difference.
One of the best running backs in the league right there. You guys both on the Chargers. I like it. Well, 425 game. Two teams that are coming off a loss, two teams in theory that are supposed to be really good. Minnesota at Philly. Who do you like, Wood?
I like Philly in this game. At home, Minnesota will travel up, but without Everson Griffin playing on the defensive side of the ball and getting that pass rush that they so much like, I just don't see them winning this football game. I think Philly comes away with the win.
I'm going to go with the Vikings here. Both of these defensive units, Philadelphia and Minnesota, have had problems stopping the pass. Sort of a discombobulation in the defensive backfield last week for the Philadelphia Eagles, letting the 4th and 15 be converted by the Tennessee Titans. Who do I trust, though, to right the ship in terms of defensive problems? I think Mike Zimmer's going to get it right somehow, some way. So I'll go with the Minnesota Vikings.
As a Cincinnati guy, I've seen Zimmer do it for a long time. He can figure this thing out. But I will say, best pass rusher outs. Not easy. The Arizona Cardinals against the San Francisco 49ers. I got nothing.
Flip the coin. What you got?
I think that's a good way to put it.
I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's about Kyle Shanahan just drawing up some things in the dirt on the sideline. And they're going to find ways to exploit that Arizona defense. I like Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, I'll go the other way. I'll go the Arizona Cardinals and Josh Rosen. I think he'll start to learn that guy, David Johnson, over there, I'm just going to quickly dump it to him over and over again, and he'll get you about 8 yards a pop. So let's go with Arizona.
I like that tight end, too, in San Francisco. Kittle?
Kittle, yes.
Cool name.
Good year.
Like the best tight end in the league so far.
Yes.
There you go. Another 425 game. This is the LA Rams against the Seattle Seahawks right here. Seattle struggling. Is it possible to figure this out? Kendrick's gone too, and he's been playing well for them.
Well. Earl Thomas is out, gone as well. So I like the Los Angeles Rams. And we saw last year, Week 16, what Todd Gurley did last week. 4 TDs, 180 yards of total offense on his end. They're going to put up big numbers again. The Rams are unstoppable right now.
They are, and I always look for those marquee running back, linebacker matchups. Bobby Wagner on one side, Todd Gurley. That'll be a great matchup to watch. Besides that, though, I just think the Rams are just too high-powered, and defensively also, they're just too good. They'll win this game.
A lot of people all in on Mahomes as the MVP through 4 games. Jared Goff's making a hell of a case,
right
too.
Right behind him.
We'll see. The Dallas Cowboys are traveling to Houston. Houston finally gets a win. Dallas come from behind. Ezekiel Elliott, unbelievable catch to finish that one out. Who gets another win?
I think they continue to feed Zeke. I think the Cowboys win this game based on their offensive performance. They're going to have to run the ball, control the line of scrimmage. And I'm still not sold just yet on the Houston Texans defensively. They still haven't come around and played the high levels that they could play.
Well, there's one player that's coming around, that's J.J. Watt. You're starting to see that he's starting to look like the J.J. Watt of old. Looks like he's getting his feet back underneath him. He's being very productive. And I just think Deshaun Watson, it's going to come around. Billy O'Brien is just going to keep pushing the right buttons for that offense. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans.
The hype train for Watson was insane this offseason. Maybe we were all on it. Listen, we're all on it. At least I was. I don't know about you, Tedy. Were you on it, too?
I'm always on.
Watson. Listen, he's got a long career ahead of him. There you go. So you guys are both on. Nope. Tedy Houston and Darren with Dallas. It's a great little Monday Night Football matchup here. Washington Redskins at the New Orleans Saints. They get Mark Ingram back in New Orleans, enough to get a win.
Yeah, I think it's enough to get a win at home in New Orleans. But listen, I'm surprised by the way the Redskins have played this thus far this year. Very exciting on the offensive side of the ball, but I think New Orleans is going to be too much at home with Drew Brees. He probably will break a record, has a chance to break a record this week, so I'm going with the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints also. I mean, they've been doing a great job defensively in terms of stopping the run. Kamara and Ingram back. It's going to be nice seeing that 1-2 punch again. So let's go with the Saints.
201 passing yards, and he snaps Peyton Manning's career passing yard record, and then also he can hit 500 career passing touchdowns. Big day in New Orleans.